Alright guys, welcome back to a new video. In this video I will be showing you 5 characters that you can dress up as for this Halloween. Let's get right into the video. Number 1.
Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Bob the Builder, yes we can.
So number 1 is Bob the Builder, and this is probably the worst set in this video because it doesn't really look like him. I mean, kinda. Oh well, but the items that you need to be able to create this set are the yellow hard hat that is obtained by reaching Builder level 1, the brown hair that you can get 50 off for a wordlock, and you also need a overall which costs 2 to 3 per wordlock, and you also need a rock hammer, and that's 100 to 200 per wordlock, so you will get a bunch of those for your wordlock. And you also need the brown shoes, which are 60 per wordlock. Also, if you want to change your eyes to completely black, just like Bob the Builder has, he has completely black eyes, but that's because he's a cartoon character. But if you want to do that, then you will need 8 black eye drops, and those are around 1 per wordlock. Overall, pretty decent set, but nothing too special. I don't think anyone would actually recognize that you are supposed to look like Bob the Builder. I don't think anyone will notice that, so it's probably not the best set. Number 2.
Tinky Winky,
Tinky Winky,
Dipsy, La La,
La La,
Ho.
Alright, so number 2 is the Teletubbies set, and this is like 3 Teletubbies in one. I just thought I would put them on the same number. And you don't need a lot of items to be able to create this set, but it is pretty expensive, probably the most expensive set on this list. You will need a space helmet, and you can get 3 of those for a wordlock, so that's pretty cheap. But then you will also need a Growmoji face mask, and that's really expensive, like 160 to 180 wordlocks. And I couldn't even afford it to make this video, so the thing you're watching right now, I stole that from Black Ace. So this footage, all the credit for that goes to Black Ace, because I couldn't afford the Growmoji face mask to show you. You will also need 10 hair dyes, and you can pick the color. If you want green, if you want to make the green Teletubby, obviously buy green hair dye, and if you want to be the red Teletubby, buy the red hair dye, and if you want to be the purple one, I guess you buy 5 red and 5 blue hair dye, and the hair dye's price is 5 per wordlock, so that's pretty cheap. If you pick the red or purple Teletubby, just go into your settings and change your skin color to red or purple. But if you want to be the green Teletubby, it will look a lot better if you use green bear, and green bear is priced at 2 to 6 per wordlock. So overall, I really like this set because it's super simple, but you can still tell that it's a Teletubby, right? The only bad thing about this set is that the Growmoji face mask costs 160 to 180 wordlocks, making this set extremely expensive. Number 3. Alright, so number 3 is Rick and Morty, and once again I'm not using a recorded footage right now. This is old footage from a really old video of mine called Rick and Morty in Growtopia, because I was lazy and I didn't have enough wordlocks to recreate the sets once again. But basically, if you wanna dress up as Rick, all you need to do is get a shocking hair, and the price of shocking hair is 10 to 20 per wordlock. You will also need a lab coat, and the price of that is 1 to 2 per wordlock. You will also need a ray gun, and that costs 1 to 2 wordlocks. And for the pants, you will probably use the steampunk leggings, and those are 2 to 3 wordlocks each. For the shoes, I chose ninja slippers, but you can really choose any shoes, I guess. shoes. Alright, and the ninja slippers are 1 to 2 per wordlock. And for your hair, you can also use 4 blue hair dye just to make it like light blue color, and the hair dye price is 5 per warlock. Now, if you want to dress up as Morty, you just need a brown hair, and the price of that I already told you before, but it's 50 per warlock. You will also need a much too small yellow shirt, and the price for that is 1 to 3 warlocks each. For the pants I chose the jeans, and those are like 20 to 40 per warlock. And for the shoes I chose Air Robinsons, because then you can run fast, and Air Robinsons are 13 to 15 per warlock. So overall, these sets are pretty cool. I'm not sure if you could actually like notice that it's supposed to look like Rick or it's supposed to look like Morty, but if you put the two sets together, maybe like you and your friend dress up one as Rick and one as Morty, then people would probably notice. But still, a pretty cool set, and they are pretty cheap. Number 4.
Ba 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 na na. Ba 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 na na.
Alright, so number 4 is the Minion. If you want to dress up like a Minion, this is how you do it. All you need is Z goggles, which are 50 to 30 per warlock, a overall, which is 2 to 3 per warlock, as I mentioned before. You will also need a pair of boots, and those are 30 to 60 per warlock. And to get that yellow skin tone, you will need to buy eggs for 200 per warlock, and then just egg yourself every 3 minutes. And this set is amazing, like it's super cheap, and you can absolutely tell that this is supposed to look like a Minion. This might be the best set on this whole list. Number 5. Alright, so I think you all have been waiting for this. Number 5, it's Sans, everybody. A really cool set. Let's start with the items. You need a skull mask, and the price for that is around 2 per warlock. You will also need a plain white tee, and the price for that is 2 per warlock. And the most important item, the puffy blue jacket, which costs 2 to 3 warlocks. And for the pants, you can probably use any black pants, but I chose the Luchador Tights El Vertigo, since I usually use them for my set. And those are 6 warlocks, but you could probably use like fishnet stockings or something, but these are probably the best choice of pants. And for the shoes, I chose Air Robinsons, because you can run fast, and it actually matches the set, so that's amazing. You will also need 8 black eye drops, just as in the Bob the Builder set, and those are 1 warlock each. Alright, so that's all you have to do, and now you look like Sans. It's a pretty cool set. It definitely looks like Sans. Yeah, this is probably the best set. I love this set. This is like Sans. It's Sans. It's Halloween. This is like the only one that's actually Halloween themed. All the other ones are like Teletubbies, you know, not spooky. Spooky Sans. Alright, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, maybe subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.
It